Okay, so I have the lowest opinion of LeBron. Excuse the background noise, whatever. I have the lowest opinion of LeBron James. I don't think that he as philanthropic as he likes to paint himself to be. I think that he's a corporate puppet. I think that although he has a stellar off the court record where you don't see him getting involved in really any bullshit that the media covers, but in this situation, man, I side 125% with LeBron James and in his decision to do what it is that he did. Okay, now who started this doesn't matter. Okay, but from what I understand, he was arguing back and forth with the husband, and then the wife decided she wanted to get involved, and she just wanted to start trading insults. And LeBron did what any real nigga would do in that situation. He got them the fuck up out of there. Like any dude in that situation, when you're a professional athlete, if you're trading insults with a male fan and a female decides she wants to get involved, I would hope that they would just get him out of there, because it's kind of like the same. It's along the same lines of what Marshawn Lynch did when the mother didn't like the way he was treating the children or the way he was interacting with the children, and he said, "Go get your husband. I'll deal with your husband. I'm not dealing with you." I agree with this. I agree with what he did. He was dealing with the husband, but the wife felt like she needed to get in and protect her man, and they got kicked out, and it is what it is. Okay? LeBron was in a lose-lose situation once she got involved, because if he would have stood there and traded insults with her, people would have made fun about him getting into an argument or a tiff with a female fan. But he's now taking criticism for getting the fan kicked out and getting, I guess, their party kicked out. And I don't blame him. I mean, you were dealing with the man. It was man to man, whatever. But what else are you supposed to do when a female gets involved? Argue with a female? Argue with a female you don't know? I mean, the media would destroy... I'm not going to say that. The media would not destroy him. They would find a way to paint him as a sympathetic figure. But the fans would destroy him. And the fans are destroying him now. But it seems like, I don't know, I'm one of the very few that are actually defending what he did. Because I would have did the same thing. I mean, it was a lose-lose situation. But let's get into it.
And now the security is getting involved.
And the security is actually... the referees are actually telling...
Fans get ridiculous. Just look at the Utah fans and all the shit that happens in Utah. And how, superstars like Russell Westbrook have a time when they go to Utah and they have to deal with those rowdy ass fans. And it's just fans get too comfortable with the fact that they purchased the ticket.
The security, they may want to usher somebody.
Yeah.
Just like the Malice in the Palace when Ron Artest and a couple of Indiana Pacers players decided that they wanted to take their anger out on the fans. And the fans deserved it, because when you go back and you look at that video, fans were throwing ice onto the court. I'm not one of those types that's going to say, look, you should stop selling alcoholic beverages at games or doing stuff like that. But something needs to happen. Whether you need to put up a barricade like they have in football, like they have in hockey, and kind of like they have in baseball, but fans could jump on the field in baseball. But there should be a separator. It should be a divider between the players and the fans. There is no divide. The fans could just run onto the court, no problem. They don't have to jump, nothing. They could just run onto the court. They could do what it is. Just too much interaction. I think every sports at this point should have what hockey has, and that's a big ass glass up that separates the fan from the game, because it's just too many negative fan interactions going on.
Out of the building.
They might be gone. I think this was happening also. Somebody was all over LeBron.
And they're still on LeBron. I think that's what it is.
A few minutes ago, and I know he was glaring into the seats.
Some wig-wearing white girl with Botox in her face and her rowdy ass people. And if I'm taking a wild guess, if I'm taking a wild stab at it, most likely they were fucking drunk. These rowdy ass people decided that they wanted to get into the game, bro. And it happens. If you go back and you look at all of LeBron James's fans' interactions, it's always a fan screaming some shit at him. Always some fans screaming some shit at him. And most of the time, LeBron ignores it. And I commend him for that. He ignores it because he gets a lot of shit when he goes to, especially away games. He gets a lot of shit. So I commend him for at least ignoring it for as long as he could.
I think LeBron, obviously you can see he's not that upset about it. I think
because he understands the situation, man. It's some chick that's trying to defend her husband, which is fine. But you got to get the fuck up out of here. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to argue with you, and I'm not going to let you disrupt the game by being fucking you. Okay? Like, I totally agree with this. And I just got finished watching a couple of videos of some people trying to report this, and they're trying to paint LeBron as some crybaby. Some crybaby. Because he got some fans kicked out of there. Oh, you can't deal with a 20-year-old girl, huh? You a professional athlete who lifts weights and you can't deal with a little girl. Like, come on, bro. Like, he loses in any interaction, he loses, man. But he did the one that was the lesser of two evils, because him sitting there arguing with her would have just looked even worse than what he looks now. And look, I give LeBron a lot of shit for a lot of things, but I'm not going to sit here and rail a man for doing something that I think every man should do in that situation, which is get yourself away from that situation. Get yourself away from it. I just got into an argument with one of my female family members. I came the fuck home immediately. Ain't got time for it.
As long as it's nothing
Yeah, they're
malicious.
not kicking him out. It's just,
I mean, fans ever
set LeBron off in Cleveland.
So they didn't kick it. All right. So, well, from what was reported, they were kicked out. Well, from the video, it says they were kicked out.
This lady, wow.
Boy, she's pointing like that one.
Bitch, you ain't that cute. You are. You ain't cute at all, honestly, man, to be acting like that. Like, trying to get your camera time. You got to fix your hair, bro. Go somewhere, man. You trying to get your 15 minutes, man. Who the fuck is this guy and why does it look like a African-American Adam Silver? I don't know. All right. So she, most likely she was just doing it just to get attention. Most likely her man was doing it. Most of the time these fans interact with athletes just to get attention. That's all. That's all they're doing it for. That's all they're doing it for. Because sure, heckling somebody from the sideline can get to certain players, but, do you really think you heckling a player is going to impact the game? Like, seriously, do you really think it's going to impact the game? Maybe when players are shooting free throws and you have the streamer guys on both ends of the court, you know, waving their fucking things in the air trying to distract them. Maybe that's a little distracting. Sorry. But do you think actually yelling shit at a game is going to get the results that you want? Most of the time it's for attention, man. That's all people want. His attention.
With the lady and the cat.
But I'm gonna look at her response to this whole situation, and I'll probably do something on it, you know, in case I don't get a strike or something. But look, this situation is very is a very concrete, straight to the point blank, or whatever term you want to use. Is one of those situations because LeBron had no options, and he had very limited. I'm not gonna say no options. He had very limited options, and he chose the lesser of two evils, and I commend him for that because he could have been like any of these other athletes and decided to, you know what, fuck it. You know, these fans want to be a part of the game. Now you're a part of it. He could have did that, but he didn't. And if for anything we know and we hate about LeBron, it's all about the brand, you know, and he'll do whatever he can to protect his brand. And I think he made the smart move, but, and he would have looked like a massive hypocrite arguing with a woman after all this social justice and equal rights shit that the NBA likes to push. Yeah, he would have looked like a major hypocrite arguing with a woman courtside of the game. So I think he made the right decision, but, all right, that's it, man.